Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey, good morning, friends, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. Happy Wednesday to you all. Hopefully you can all hear me today. Is the sound working? We were not working yesterday, so give me a shout out in the chat to let me know if you can hear me. Oh, we got a thumbs up. Everything is good to go. Love it. Happy, Thursday? No, Wednesday. Hump day. It's Wednesday here in Springfield, Missouri, so it's probably Wednesday most other places in the world. Maybe Thursday somewhere else. Maybe Tuesday still. I don't know. However, that world calendar, world clock works. But in any case, I'm happy to have you all here today. We've got a beautiful day outside. Yeah, you know, it feels like a nice chilly fall day. You know, kind of partial clouds and chill in the air. I think it's pretty cold, in like 30s, maybe 30s, low 40s. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, 'tis the season for that kind of coolness, let's say. I keep saying this. I'm just happy to be here. Happy to have you all here. We got Max and Vincent and Montclair on the chat this morning. Good to see you all. What do we got coming up in the world? Well, we got Christmas is just around the corner. Hanukkah's around the corner. All the other holidays. I'm sure there's like a million of them. I can't even list them all. But anyway, happy holidays to all of you. Coming up. First of all, coming up this Friday, 2 days from now, is the big 200th episode of Wake Up with Greg. Can you believe it? 200 episodes? Holy smokes. It's been a wild ride. But I am so grateful and thankful for all of your support and your continued viewership. I really appreciate you. Of course, love to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of those things because it really helps us out. Especially to share and subscribe. Get the word out about us. Let's make this a big, huge thing for 2025 with the new stuff we got coming up. Good morning from New York City. Welcome, Santos. I'm happy to have you here. New York City. All right. And so yeah, good morning to you all. Happy to have you. So things coming up. Sunday, 7 p.m., the 22nd of December, our first ever Palin Music Christmas special. I don't know if that's the official title yet, but we're going to have all kinds of great music and performances and fun stuff. So put it on your calendar. Sunday, December 22nd, 7 p.m. Central Time to check out our Christmas special we got coming up. So got the 200th episode. We got Christmas special. We got all sorts of other fun things in the works. So happy to have you here. I feel like I'm like a little troll kind of hunched over. This temporary set situation, sitting on a couch with the low table, I got to work on my posture here. The yoga is helping. I did a nice workout this morning. Man, if you guys ever do workouts in the morning, check out, what's her name? Fit by Michaela. Good grief. She's a little petite thing, but man, she's like, her workouts are brutal. Anyway, got a good workout this morning, so feeling good. So we should probably just kind of jump into the show and get things rolling here. But before we do that, let's say good morning to Jordan back in the, other side of the camera.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jordan. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Doing good. Jordan is doing good, y'all. I'm doing good too. We're all doing good. Y'all doing good? Everybody's doing good.
Everyone's good.
All right. Well, shall we?
Yes.
Yes, I guess we shall. I'm doing only 2 instruments for you today. And for those of you new to the show, don't know what we're doing. We share musical instruments that are available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com and our other outlets. The reason I'm only doing 2 is because these are kind of beefy, massive, ginormous horns. So one of them you've never seen on the show before. The other one, maybe you have. But we recently just got both of these in. So these are brand new to the show as far as in particular, these particular models. So I've got a bass trombone for you, and then I've got a baritone saxophone. So pretty excited about both of them. Let's jump into those and tell you what we got and give them a show off. I've got my Hawaiian coffee ready as well. So,
All right. Before the first one, can you tell us about your shirt and watch?
shirt and watch. The shirt is probably pretty tame for what you're used to seeing on this show, but it's a nice shirt. It's a Joseph A. Banks shirt, just simple blue checked shirt. But really comfy, man. It's a really good quality shirt. I just absolutely love it. The fit is great. I don't know if Joseph A. Banks is even around anymore. I know our store around here closed up, so it's kind of a bummer. But anyway, and then the watch. This is my Citizen Echo Drive. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know if you can see it. The camera's a little far away, but that's all right. My 25th wedding anniversary gift from my wife. Echo Drive. For those of you in the watch world, Citizen Echo Drives. They're solar powered. Which is kind of cool. So, but you have to remember to charge them up in some bright light from time to time, because they don't run off of a battery or wind them up or anything like that. So you got to have here comes the sun. You got to have the sun. All right. So that's the watch. That's the shirt. That's the game. Let's look at some instruments here. They're pretty big. I've got them offset. So I'm going to come over here, grab this first one. As you can see, pretty ginormous in size. This is a Yamaha Xeno. Now, Xeno is their professional line of brass instruments, and this one is no exception. This is the YBL for Yamaha bass. They use L on all of their trombones, and I guess it's for slide. I don't know really why they use L. I'd have to ask my Yamaha rep just to see what's up with their model numbering system there, but it's the YBL 835 Xeno. Again, Xeno is their professional line. So we've got a large bore bass trombone here, and look, that was what was that? Oh, silica gel pack, keeping things dry and clean. All right, so here's just the body section. So we've got a yellow brass, one-piece hand-hammered yellow brass bell, 9.5-inch diameter bell, so getting pretty big there. There's the logo on the bell. No other fancy engraving other than that. And then we have the dual independent rotors with a removable or adjustable hand rest or palm rest. That's this guy down here. So you've got multiple triggers. In fact, I'm not even sure. I'm not a bass trombone specialist. So so you've got one trigger here, boom, that moves rotor number 1, and then this one moves rotor number 2, and then this is your hand rest, and you can, adjust that for comfort and playability there. So we've got a 563 bore on this. So bass trombone, the key options that you have when you're playing this horn, B flat is the standard, B flat F, so there's your first rotor. And then the second rotor gives you the option of G flat and D. Now, why you would need to be in G flat, only a bass trombone player would be able to tell you, because I have no idea. So if you trombone players out there know what the scoop is on that, let me know, because I would love to know. So what else we've got on this? We have it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but you've got the gold brass tuning. The main tuning slide, which is right here, is gold brass compared to the yellow brass and everything else. And then you've got the nickel silver appointments on that. Let me grab the slide to show you that, the hand slide. Oh, doggone it. I've got to get this computer set so I can keep it going here. Come on. Sorry about that, folks. There we are. All right, we're back to being live. Why don't I take my gloves off? Oh, so I can do the computer. That's why. Everything's all touch sensitive and nothing works with gloves on, right? Come on. Everything's backwards. All right. That's what you get with live shows here, folks. You just never know what you're going to get. All right. So here's the main hand slide. All right. We have a yellow brass outer slide with a nickel silver D-shaped crook, or the squared crook at the end there, traditional water key. Chromed nickel silver inner slides, and just smooth as silk buttery action on that. So there's your hand slide. If you want to see the whole thing assembled, we can give it a shot here. since I'm only doing two horns, I've got a little extra time to share with you all here. So we'll put that together. We'll bring that little deal down there. And there is your massive bass trombone. So bass trombone, primarily you're going to see in, symphonies, concert bands, that type of deal. But you'll see them in some big bands like swing bands as well. I remember, and I think I tell this story every time I share this horn. I remember, I don't know if it was back in high school, maybe college. I went to see the Airmen of Note, which is the United States Air Force's elite jazz performance group, Airmen of Note. And at the time that I got to see them in concert, they had a bass trombone player in the group, and his name, for some reason, it just stuck with me. And so I've remembered this forever. His name was Dudley High Note. And I just thought it was so funny that a gentleman with the name of High Note was playing a bass trombone. And now, if I understand correctly, I think he is actually like the director of the band now. And this was, 20, 30 years ago. So he's been with it for a while. If he's still the current leader of the group, I don't know for sure, but I know he was at one point. So anyway, that is the Yamaha YBL 835 Zeno bass trombone, independent rotors on that. Just top grade bass trombone for any of your uses, symphonic or concert, or put it in a big O swing band and call it good, because it works for all of those purposes. All right, so that's horn number 1. Right. I'm going to set this one off to this side to make room for the other one. Whew. Okay.
Well, how do we want to do this?
How do we want to do this?
Do we want to double up the music and something cool, or?
We'll just play it by ear. I'm just going to wing it. Just do the music. We'll just do the music. Yeah. Pink Hobo is here. I'm excited for the Barry Sax. I'm happy to have you back. Haven't seen you on the show in a while, my friend. Welcome. All right. So my musical selection for the day, and I've been, on this holiday music kick, so we're going to just stay with that trend for now. But let me find it here. Where was I with all of this? I need and that. Oh, nope. Stop. I almost got myself in trouble. All right. So this is just, I think, one of the most beautiful songs ever written. And I was going to find the translation because it's all in Latin. But it's just a beautiful song of the season. It's called Panis Angelicus. Panis Angelicus. Angelicus. And this particular performance is by, if I can get it close enough, Barlow Girl. Little trio of beautiful women with just gorgeous voices. I don't know if they're sisters or not. I haven't really done a deep dive into this group or into this song, but I think, if I understand correctly, the translation for Panis Angelicus is bread of the angels, or angelic bread, or bread of life, something along those lines. But man, it is just a gorgeous song. And I know there are many versions of it. I know Celtic Women have done a beautiful version of it. I'm pretty sure Andrea Bocelli has done an amazing version of it as well. But you need to give this one a listen, folks. Panis Angelicus. It's, like I said, it's all in Latin, so you're not going to, unless you've studied Latin, you're not going to understand the words. But certainly look up a translation of it and give it a listen, because it is just an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful song. The vocals on these Barlow Girl, they're just really, really stunning in their voices. So I highly recommend it. I'm adding it to the Wake Up with Greg playlist for you right now. It's also on my Christmas Power Mix, which is my personal playlist. But there you go. Wake Up with Greg playlist. If you can see that on Spotify, you can listen to that at your leisure and enjoy that. The Wake Up with Greg playlist on Spotify is a public playlist, and it's got all of the songs. We're well over 14 hours of music on there now. coming up on 200 and I don't know 25 songs, something like that. So anyway, one last time, that is my musical choice for the day, Panis Angelicus. Give it a shot and give it a listen and tell me what you think, because I would love to know. All right. So that's that. We can go ahead and do the cool thing too, since we're doing
Sure.
yeah, why not? Okay. So my cool thing, and I forgot my visual aid at home, so I'm just gonna have to pull this up on my phone again as well. For the holiday season, there are a lot of great movies, and I've been talking about a lot of them. I may flip this up next week and do some different things, but I think I'm going to stick on this trend for at least this week. So there is a fantastic movie. If you guys love classic movies, like movies from the 30s and 40s and 50s, as I do, this is definitely one that needs to be added to your holiday library, your holiday repertoire, whatever you want to call it. It is a classic James Stewart, Margaret Sullivan film called The Shop Around the Corner. Okay, so if I can get close enough, you can see that, The Shop Around the Corner. I tried to print this off so I could have a bigger, image of it for you. But The Shop Around the Corner, it's actually originally a Hungarian story, which I found interesting. And so this original film, which came out in the, I want to say the, mid to late 30s, it was filmed in Hungary, or at least it was portrayed to be filmed in Hungary. And it takes place in, a little shop, of course, the shop around the corner, where they sell handbags and wallets and different kinds of leather goods and trinkets and whatnot. And the story is of the romance that between the two. If you've seen the movie You've Got Mail, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because You've Got Mail is a modern version of this story, The Shop Around the Corner. So you've got these two people that are working together who are also pen pals with each other, but they don't know it. And they are like madly in love as pen pals, but they've never met. And they're fiercely at odds with each other in person in the shop. And then, as the story goes, they kind of figure out who each other is, and then everybody's in love and blah, blah, blah. But it takes place during Christmas, so it's a great Christmas movie. And there's some really, touching moments, and some, not so, certainly some difficult moments in the film as well. But overall, it's just a great, great film. The Shop Around the Corner. It's the original. It's the OG. You need to check it out. If I can get close enough, you can see that. I think you can see it. I can't see it, but you can see it. James Stewart, Margaret O'Sullivan. I can't remember the other actor's name, but he was the actor that played the Wizard of Oz in the movie The Wizard of Oz, and he plays the shop owner. And none of the other actors or anyone that I can name or tell you about, but James Stewart and Margaret Sullivan, just a fantastic pairing, fantastic duo. And then, hey, while you're at it, follow it up with You've Got Mail, which was also is like a classic film, because that came out in the 90s, I think. So, and the 90s were like 30 years ago, folks. The 80s were 40 years ago. Dear gosh, I'm getting old, folks. But hey, we're doing it together, right? So we're having fun. So, all right, that's my cool thing. Shop Around the Corner. Again, you get me on these topics, and I can just talk about them forever. But before we do that, we've got a massive instrument to share with you now. We have those are some very good jokes. That's funny. I like that, Pink Hobo. Thank you. Frank Morgan. Yes, thank you, Penny. Frank Morgan was the Wizard of Oz, and he plays Mr. Matichek in this movie. And all right, so I'm gonna have to be very careful with this, because this instrument is bigger than the table that I'm putting it on. So we're gonna okay. This thing's like 4 feet tall. It's like I don't know. It's just huge. This is a very sad. So what we have is this is, if I can even reach the latches. Bing, bang, boom. Lots of latches for this ginormous case. All right, I'm going to have to stand up for this again just to get it out of the case here. Oh, it feels like it's double wrapped. So this is kind of like an unboxing in a sense. P Marriott is the brand that we're talking about here, and this is their brand new model. This is the PMB for P Marriott Barry Sachs. PMB 185. It's what they're calling their entry level Barry Sachs. Well, an entry level Barry Sachs from P Marriott is like a, professional model for other brands. So, oh my goodness. Let's take off the special little cloak that it comes with, and then we'll take it out of the plastic bag as well and show you what we have here. P Marriott, as you may or may not know, is one of those companies known for their kind of specialty finishes. They were one of the first to pioneer that that dark kind of antique matte finish. Or okay, I think we got it. One more. Yeah, we're stuck. All right. Whew.
Yeah.
I'm getting my workout just just unwrapping this beast. All right, so take a look at that, and that's a simple and clean Barry Sachs. There's no engraving on there whatsoever, other than the P Marriott logo. Based on the size and weight of this, I don't know if I can even get it close enough that you can see it. But there we go. So Barry Sachs, this is an E flat Barry Sachs. Those of you not in the know in the saxophone world, there are 4 primary saxophones. You've got the soprano, the alto, the tenor, and the Barry. And then, the what we call the background saxophones or the auxiliary saxophones, which are going to be on either end of that. You've got the sopranino saxophone, and then you've got the soprillo, and it goes up. And then you've got the bass sax and then the contrabass sax on the other end, which go down. But in the 4 primaries, soprano, alto, tenor, Barry, soprano is in B flat. All right. Alto is in E flat. Tenor is in B flat, which is an octave below the soprano. And then the Barry is in E flat, an octave below the alto. So that's kind of the makeup of the saxophone family, if you will. And then the rest of them are all in B flat and E flat, going up and down from the sopranos and sopraninos down to the Barrys and basses and contras. Throughout saxophone history, there have been other keyed saxophones. The most common being the C melody saxophone in the key of C, as opposed to B flat. Sits kind of right between the alto and the tenor. And then you've got a C soprano, which are, again, those would be the 2 most common. But then there was also like the F mezzo soprano. Actually, the F mezzo was kind of like an alto. Then you had the F alto. It's pretty rare to find one of those. You've got the Kano sax, which was also in F, I think. And then there may be some other, kind of weird keyed saxophones out there, but those are the primary ones. So what do we have with this monstrous beast here? Well, this is professional grade. It is just traditional post-construction, no rib construction, so that's going to cut down on the cost a little bit. You've got your rocker mechanism on the left-hand table. You've got pitch to high F sharp. Yes, you've got to high F sharp on this and down to low A, that third bell key down at the bottom there, which is triggered. If I can turn this around here, you've got 2. I keep getting hung up on the springs. I'm stuck here. Let go. There we go. All right. So you've got 2 keys on the backside. You've got the octave key at the top, which kicks the horn up an octave, and then you've got your low A key down below, both triggered by your thumb, and that triggers this bottom low A note down here. So you can get way down there. Now, is it necessary to have the high F sharp and a low A on a Barry sax? Probably not, but they do make it more versatile and more flexible to be able to do that. So what other features do we have on here? We've got mother of pearl key touches, just beautiful traditional gold lacquer finish, Italian leather pads. Are they metal boosters? I don't know if they're metal boosters or plastic boosters. I'd have to look up that particular spec. Um, High up sharp front F, already talked about all of that. Certainly additional bracing throughout to keep the horn stabilized. Because berries with all of these really long rods, they can get out of adjustment if you're not careful. School horns always take a beating when these are used in a school environment. It's got a 3-ring strap hook on the back, which allows you to position your strap accordingly for a better balance and comfort and feel. And then you've got the adjustable thumb hook as well. This one does not have a footrest on it like some of the modern horns do, and that's totally fine. But guys, this is a great horn, brand new model for P. Marriott. Something to get into that more affordable Barry sax range. Now, I say more affordable; it's still $6,200, but it's a Barry sax, so you got to expect that. I mean, you're not going to find many Barry saxes of this quality in a price below that. You've got a water key on the neck crook at the top, because this crook is not removable, so you do get some condensation up there from time to time. So you need a way for that to escape to keep the horn nice and dry. I don't know what else I can say about this, guys, other than it is just an absolutely amazing saxophone by P. Marriott. If you're unfamiliar with P. Marriott, they're not new. I think they've been around 25 years. I think they just celebrated their 25th anniversary a year or two ago, and they had a limited edition anniversary horn as well. But one of the top selling professional saxophones on the market right now. I mean, right up there in the mix with Selmer and Yamaha and all the big guys. So they make beautiful instruments, folks. I definitely recommend checking them out. P. Marriott is the brand. This is the PMB for P. Marriott Barry, 185, and it's what they consider their entry-level horn. So this would be great for any intermediate to advanced player, great for high school or college students, or beyond. It is great for all of those purposes. Comes complete as a kit with a hard rubber mouthpiece. This is the neck. I'm not going to unwrap that because it's just a little teeny tiny thing. Comes with a neck strap harness, cleaning swab, all of the stuff that you need to be able to perform right out of the box, so to speak. Comes in a really nice travel case. Kind of hard to, again, show the case. It's got 4 lockable latches on the case as well. And it's got wheels on the bottom, so you can wheel this thing around, makes it easy. It's definitely not one of those backpack style cases. This is a hard case, very roadworthy, will take good care of your horn. So that is horn number 2. 2 big dogs, the big, what do we call it? Big bottom? I don't know. I'm all about that bass, right? Where's Megan Trainor when you need her? All about that bass, no treble. All right. That's my theme for the day. We got some new folks on the show. Barry is the perfect saxophone. Yep, I agree. Joey B. Smooth. I love playing Barry sax. I've owned a few over the years. I don't currently play one, but man, it is really one of the most fun saxophones to play. So if you get the opportunity, I highly recommend it. It should be in every sax player's arsenal to at least give it a spin. But this is a beautiful one, and I've got it in stock, ready to send to you. To put in your stocking for Christmas. You're going to need a big stocking, but we can make it fit for you. So that's my saxophone for the day. My trombone. What do we got left, Mr. Jordan?
Can you close us out with some wisdom?
After I down my coffee, certainly. A short and sweet piece of wisdom. I don't know if I've shared this piece of wisdom for you before, so if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But this one's short and sweet. This comes from the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. I think that's how you say it. And he says this about music. He says, without music, life would be a mistake. Wow, we got some noise going on out. Don't know what's happening outside of the room here, but We got some yelling going on. Anyway, without music, life would be a mistake. I strongly feel that. I mean, I cannot get through a day without listening to music at some point throughout my day. Some days I spend the entire day listening to music. Other days, it's hit and miss, but I don't go a day without it, and I can't imagine really a day without music. So it certainly improves my life and makes it worth living, right? I mean, there's certainly a lot of other things that make my life worth living too. It's not just music, but in life without music, I don't even want to know what that would be like. So there we go. That's my piece of wisdom for the day from Friedrich Nietzsche. And Frederick, I don't know how you say it. I'm not big into German philosophers, but it's a great quote about music. So there you go. So that's what we got for you today, folks. We're going to be back here tomorrow, and then Friday is the 200th episode. So tell all of your friends to be here for that. Share this, subscribe to it, hit the like button. I've enjoyed the chat today. Chat's been active today, which has been a whole lot of fun. I really appreciate that. So without any further ado, I'm going to leave you with this parting thought. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.